Republican Senator John Barrasso was at that meeting. He joins us now. Senator Barrasso, did you learn anything at the meeting at the White House yesterday that you didn't know before you went there?
Well, Katty, I had just gotten back from being in China, meeting with the premier there in Beijing, so I've been really focused on what's happening in Korea, been to Japan as well within the last week or so. So I was very interested to share with other senators the fact that the threat is real, the fact that all options are on the table, and the goal really is a non-nuclear Korean peninsula. But the threat is very real. We see increased ability of North Korea to develop nuclear weapons and to deliver those weapons. We see it with changes in their rocketry. I thought it was a very valuable briefing to attend, and I was happy it was done at the White House, including the entire Senate.
And it's interesting there that you say that all options are on the table, because the statement that the White House put out after all of the senators left last night specifically excluded mention of a military option, and that's being seen as toning down the rhetoric. Do you think that's a good idea if the White House now kind of tries to calm things down a bit with North Korea?
Well, of course, the goal is a peaceful resolution of the process. That's what we want. We want North Korea without nuclear weapons and this whole thing peacefully resolved. That's the deliberations and discussions with China, so they can get much more involved because, you know, after all, that 85% of the trading that North Korea does is with China. And I think China right now realizes their interests are aligned with the United States with regard to a nuclear-armed North Korea, because the question is really, can they or can't they, in terms of delivering a nuclear warhead to where you live, as opposed to will they or won't they? And I think that's a change in the position for China.
But, Senator, you would have been told in this briefing that Kim Jong-un is prepared to starve his people, is prepared to go to the wall to have this nuclear capability. Where is the leverage? Because China can cut everything off. It doesn't seem to make any difference.
Well, China has not cut everything off. They now said they will in terms of purchases of coal. It is additional leverage. The other thing I think you're seeing as well is with President Trump and his actions with regard to Syria and with regard to the mother of all bombs in Afghanistan, is we now have someone in North Korea who watches the world stage and says, this guy is serious. In terms of deterrence, you have to have a capacity to deter, which the United States has always had, and you have to have a commitment to use that deterrence. And now people all around the world are seeing President Trump showing his commitment to use our capacity. That also sends a strong message to North Korea.
Okay, Senator Barrasso, thank you very much for joining us.